Welcome everyone to the session Yoga for Immunity. It's wonderful to be with all of you today and to see that you're taking the time to learn tools to enhance your inner well-being. My name is Suresh and I'm a volunteer with Isha Foundation, an international non-profit public service organization dedicated to human well-being, founded by Sadhguru, a yogi, mystic, and a visionary. Isha Foundation has been offering tools for well-being for over 35 years in over 300 city centers worldwide and is supported by over 11 million volunteers across the world. Sadhguru offers yoga not as a philosophy or a belief system, not even as a teaching, but as a powerful inner science that anyone can make use of to live peacefully and joyfully and experience their full potential. We're especially excited to offer this session today, which happens to be the 7th International Day of Yoga. We have a special message from Sadhguru we'd like to share with you on this occasion.
Namaskaram to everyone at the High Commission of India, Ottawa, the Consulate General of India in Toronto, Chicago, San Francisco and Houston and everyone else joining online. Once again, 7th International Day of Yoga, 7th anniversary of this wonderful possibility of yoga being acknowledged as a science of inner well-being. Not a religion, not a belief system, not a philosophy or ideology, but the science of inner well-being. As there are sciences for external well-being, this is a science for inner well-being. On this day, over 15,000 years ago, Adi Yogi turned south. As the sun's trajectory in relation to the planet turns south on this day, it's called the summer solstice. On this day, he turned south and began to propound the science of yoga. So this is a day that's been declared as International Day of Yoga. This particular International Day of Yoga is more significant than ever before, simply because of the pandemic. We have realized as a generation of people how our lives can be just turned upside down. All of a sudden, without warning, the pandemic. So at a time like this, building a vibrant and resilient body, a joyful and focused mind and indefatigable sense of energy within you is most essential to fight these external invasions, which scientists are predicting may happen again and again. Still, the pandemic is not over. We cannot say this is post-pandemic. This is pandemic season still. Already we have seen two waves in India and across the world, also in many different countries. The authoritative voices in this arena of life of virology are saying this could last much longer than we have imagined. So, it's extremely important that we build a system, we build a body which is resilient and a mind which is balanced and exuberant so that we can go through these rigors of life with least amount of distortions to our lives. So yoga is a tremendous possibility. Yoga is not a simple form of exercise, this is a complex mechanism, understanding the mechanics of human existence, how we are made and how we can take it to the highest possibility. The word yoga literally means union, that means we consciously obliterate the boundaries of our individuality to know the universal nature of our existence, how being here as a tiny little piece of life that we are in this cosmos, we are capable of experiencing the cosmos. Being here in this moment of time, we are capable of experiencing the eternal nature of this existence. This is a possibility that India offers to the rest of the world. Well, of course, there are health benefits, there are various other aspects that even to fulfill the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, this can be a very effective tool. Healthcare should go. Health and well-being, we must understand, can only come from within us. Doctors and scientists can help us when we are sick. But health is not something that'll ever come to us from a doctor or a medical professional. It is something that has to come from within us. If we understand this, health does not mean just being disease-free, health means you're at the peak of life. In terms of body, in terms of mind, in terms of emotions and energies, you are at the very peak possibility of your existence. This is health, and we should not aim for anything less than that. Yoga has this potency, yoga has the necessary science and technology to deliver you there. These tools of self-transformation, these technologies for well-being must be employed by everybody in their lives. We at Isha, particularly for this pandemic situation, this pandemic world that we are in right now, we have created a small package which will enhance the immune system and also bring equanimity to your mind and vibrancy to your body. This is a very simple package, investing a few minutes a day, free of cost. It's available online. Please make use of it. It is available in full detail and depth for those who are interested, and in a simple package for those who want to just do a simple practice. It is available everywhere, free of cost, and dedicated volunteers are always on call to attend to these possibilities with you and make sure that you benefit from this. Every human being on this planet should make use of it. It's my wish and my blessing. Every one of you should bring in some aspect of yoga into your life and live a complete life. It doesn't matter, pandemic has come our way, that is the reality, but we have to come on top of this. We have to come out successfully out of this situation, not be crushed by this situation. We as human beings are capable of this. I will once again repeat that this time around, this pandemic, the sole carrier of this virus is the human being. So if human beings are into some sense of yoga, that means they have become more conscious, not a compulsive life. If this happens, controlling and restraining the pandemic, stopping it in its tracks is very much in our hands. Let's make it happen. Let's take this stand on this International Day of Yoga. We will bring yoga into our life and definitely beat the virus.
Today I'm here to offer you a simple set of practices designed by Sadhguru which can help to increase your oxygen levels and boost your immunity. Before we begin, there are a few things we can do to experience the session in the best possible way. Please ensure that you dedicate the next 30 minutes exclusively for this session. It is best to join using headphones on a laptop or desktop. If you're joining using your mobile phone, please make sure the phone is on a do not disturb mode. Ensure that you're in a quiet and a private place and there are no disturbances. And make sure there are no interruptions like getting up in between, going to the restroom, taking calls or checking messages. Please take a moment and set the right ambience for yourself. Now, Sadhguru will guide us through a powerful practice to increase the oxygen levels in our body.
There is an asana, a yogic posture, which is called as Sashtanga. The significance of this posture is that you touch 8 points of your body to the ground and hold it there. In this posture, the lung, particularly the lung, functions in a certain way, there are various aspects to it, but we are talking about enhancing oxygen levels in the system. The entire pulmonary system functions in a unique way in this asana. This is one of the most common asanas, which has gotten distorted in many ways in common use, where almost every devotee is supposed to go into this posture, but due to lack of instruction and understanding, people are just lying down on the ground. Here is a proper demonstration of Sashtanga, or touching 8 points of your body to the ground, holding it that way and breathing slightly deeper than normal. Here, the forehead, chest, 2 hands, two knees and the big toes are on the floor, heels together, holding it this way, the breath will naturally become in a slightly exaggerated way. Hold it that way, if possible 6 to 7 minutes, otherwise start with 3 minutes. After you have done this for 6 to 7 minutes, relax your body so that the entire body touches the floor and get into what is called as Makarasana. If you are a male person, keep right hand on top of the left hand. If you are a woman, keep left hand on top of the right hand, put your forehead on top of it and just let your body relax for 3 to 4 minutes. And then move your right leg in such a way that the thigh is at right angles to the body and below the knee is also at right angles to the thigh part of your leg. And turn your head to the right, eyes closed, normal breathing, and relax into this posture for 3 to 4 minutes. And do the same on the other side. Turn your head to the left side, get your left leg into that posture where it is almost like you're sitting on a chair. That is, your thigh is at right angles to the rest of the body and below the knee, the shin and the calf muscle is also at right angles to the thigh, and your head is looking towards the left, placed upon your palms. And relax into this posture for 3 to 4 minutes. And once again, go into Sashtanga for 6 to 7 minutes. You can do a cycle like this 3 times at a time, and you can do it 4 to 5 times in a day, especially because most of you are wearing masks right now. The danger of decreased oxygen levels, even without infections, can happen because of this. If you do this 4 to 5 times in a day, this regimen, your oxygen levels will definitely be up. And follow this with Simha Kriya so that your immune system will function much better. There is substantial medical evidence today to show that it actually works like this. Many universities have invested their research into this, so don't go on debating this, just put this into action. It is not an absolute cure or a preventive, but we must understand our health is not an absolute either. Our health is a consequence of many incremental steps that we take. Please take this step at these pandemic times and ensure, to whatever extent possible, that you do not become a victim, nor do you become a spreader. Namaskaram and thank you.
You can maintain this on a daily basis. It will help keep your oxygen levels up, which is very beneficial for your system overall, especially in a time like this. Now we will learn a simple yogic process known as Simha Kriya to boost immunity and enhance lung capacity. This can be a tremendous support for your health in general, um, and is also a tool to identify when your lungs are not at their best. Simha means a lion, Kriya means an inner process. It is a purifying energy technique that uses the breath. How to do Simha Kriya, what are its benefits? Sadhguru will guide us into it. Please don't do the practice when they are doing it. You listen to the instructions carefully. It is very important that you imbibe the instructions properly. You can do the practice when you're prompted along with Sadhguru.
Simha Kriya. Ancient yogic techniques are known to have many benefits for the body, mind and energies. Sadhguru offers Simha Kriya, a simple but powerful yogic practice to boost the immunity and enhance our lung capacity. Sadhguru will be giving the instructions. It is important that you receive these instructions properly. Please dedicate the next 10 minutes exclusively for this process. Please do not attempt the practice while watching the video. First, listen to the complete instructions and then attempt the practice on your own.
So this is a simple practice. For those of you who do not know any other powerful process, one thing is, it will enhance your lung capacity, another thing is, it'll enhance your immunity. And above all, if you can do it today, if you can do it for next 5 days, and suddenly one day you're not able to do it, this means definitely you got some respiratory problem. It doesn't matter what it is, you must have yourself checked if you suddenly find you're not able to do it. What it involves is that you have to fully stretch your tongue out with your mouth fully open and then breathe as powerfully as possible without jerking the abdomen, but powerful pushing in and pushing out, both inhalation, exhalation, 21 times. And when it is done, you roll up your tongue upward, push it as further back as you can. You don't have to use your hands, this is not a good time to use your hands. So roll up your tongue fully as much as you can by itself, like… and still with your mouth open, again breathe the same way. Inhalation, exhalation as powerfully as possible, but you must get the sound by making a constriction in your throat like this. The sound must be there, it's important that you form a constriction at the throat, at the pit of your throat and make the sound, and inhalation, exhalation, fully exhaling, fully inhaling as powerfully as you can, but without jerking the abdomen, another 21 times with the tongue rolled up. Throughout the whole process, you have your eyes closed, you inhale fully and simply sit there with the fullness of breath for 1 minute. If you are beyond a certain age or your breathing is not that good, at least 30 seconds. If you're not able to do 1 minute, a minimum of 30 seconds you stay there. When the day you're not able to do it, you must understand that there is some problem with your respiratory system and you must go for a checkup. Right now, I want you to just observe, don't do it, just observe and I will tell you how to go about the process. So what's being done is, One has to sit in a cross-legged posture, whichever way you can, whatever your body permits, and then use both the arms to push it up in such a way that your rib cage lifts off the diaphragm region, fully pushed up, and now extend your tongue fully out. Like this 21 times. When it's done, then close your mouth, that also 21 times, then close your mouth. You exhale with your mouth closed, making the sound at the pit of your throat by creating a constriction. And then if you wish to sit quietly for some time with your eyes closed, do that, and then you can do whatever you're doing. This is a simple practice that anybody could do. You ensure your stomach is not too full, you must be somewhat hungry. Even if you're not totally empty stomach, at least you must be somewhat hungry kind of situation. So, this is a simple practice, particularly those of you who are exposed either because you are medical personnel or you're police or you're in some other service where you're exposed to infected people, please make sure you do this will make a lot of difference for you.
Conditions for the practice. You should be somewhat hungry. Ideally, give at least 2.5 hours space between your last meal and the practice. Anyone between the age of 6 to 70 years can do the practice, regardless of their physiological and medical conditions. Those below 6 years of age and those above 70 years of age can also do the practice, but they must do the breathing 12 times only, not 21 times. People with a brain hemorrhage or a brain tumor can do the practice, but they must do the breathing 12 times only, not 21 times. You can practice Simha Kriya up to 3 times daily, ensuring you leave a minimum of 4 hours gap between 2 consecutive practices. Please do the practice exactly as instructed. Do not make any changes or modifications to it, such as increasing the count.
Sit in a cross-legged posture. Place your palms facing downward upon your thighs, close to the knees. Use both your arms to push your body upward in such a way that your rib cage lifts off the diaphragm region. Close your eyes. Open your mouth wide and extend your tongue out fully. Breathe in and out powerfully, moving the abdomen muscles but without jerking the abdomen. With full inhalations and exhalations, making the sound from the pit of your throat. Do this 21 times. If you happen to be over 60 years of age, do it 12 times only. Roll your tongue upwards, push it as far back as you can towards the uvula. With an open mouth, breathe the same way, inhalation and exhalation as powerfully as possible, making the sound from the pit of your throat. Do this 21 times or 12 times if you happen to be over 60 years of age. Close your mouth, inhale fully and hold your breath. Simply sit there, holding your breath with the fullness of breath for 1 minute or a minimum of 30 seconds. Hold your breath as long as it's comfortable for you. When you feel like exhalation, exhale through the nostrils with your mouth closed, making the sound at the pit of your throat. You can sit there quietly for some time and open your eyes when you feel like it.
We hope you enjoyed learning these simple practices. Doing this on a daily basis can bring immense benefits, as Sadhguru explained. You can access these practices on our website isha.sadhguru.org or follow yoga tools on the Sadhguru app, which is available on both the Android and the Apple platform. We will be also posting the links to the videos and also a link to a commonly asked questions on the chat box, and you can make use of those. You can follow the instructions on the video, or you can just simply follow the instructions on your own without making any changes. Do you have any questions about the practices that you have learned today? You can post in the chat box and we can look at them now. Somebody is sharing that his life has been totally transformed within a couple of months after being learning Shambhavi, which is a practice that is shared in the Indian Engineering program. No longer have any prescription medication anymore. I feel liberated. Thank you for sharing. We have some questions. If you forget, what happens? If you're talking about the instructions, like I said, we'll be sharing the links to the practices. You can go through the links again and get the practices. You can do the practice with Sadhguru's guidance. Otherwise, once you understand the instructions well, you can just do it on your own. These are simple practices, so it's very easy to remember them. Simha Kriya, Nikhila is asking, what does sitting with fullness of breath mean? Should we hold our breath? Yes, Nikhila. After breathing with the tongue extended and the tongue rolled up, you close your mouth, inhale fully through your nostrils, and hold your breath. And then stay there with the fullness of the breath for at least 1 minute or for a minimum of 30 seconds. So you hold your breath at that time. Should we keep the tongue rolled up when sitting in fullness of breath? Uh, no, you don't have to keep your tongue rolled up when sitting in fullness of breath. I got tired from the opening of the mouth. This is a practice that you have not done before, so it's something that you'll get used to. So as you practice, it will become easier. That's not a problem. Okay. Okay. So as I mentioned, we'll be posting a link to the commonly asked questions also, and you can look at that in the chat box. So these practices are just a drop of what Sadhguru has to offer for your transformation and well-being. If you wish to explore the full depth and dimension of yoga, inner engineering is a comprehensive overhaul of every aspect of you, your body, mind, emotions, and energies. It provides tools to and solutions that empower you to create your life the way you want it. You can attend the Inner Engineering online course, which has 7 powerful sessions with Sadhguru, each 1.5 hours. Through this, Sadhguru takes you on a journey of self-exploration and empowers you with tools for self-transformation. You will have 30 days to complete these 7 courses in your own space and at your own time. Thank you all for joining us today. It's been wonderful to have all of you today with us. We will be posting the links to the practices and also some simple immunity boosting tips in the chat box, and you can make use of them. These practices are very simple but powerful and can play a significant role in your overall health and well-being. The only way that we can know that these practices are working or making a difference is to do them on a daily basis. We trust that you will make use of these practices and these tools to enhance your life in every aspect. Thank you all for joining us today and have a wonderful day.